It's an extremely important gland, and we often don't know how important it is until it actually goes wrong. We divide the functions of the pancreas up into two parts. One is called the exocrine function, or we can also call this the digestive function, and two is the endocrine function, which we can also call the hormonal function. The exocrine function of the pancreas is where the pancreas produces really important digestive enzymes, which help us to digest our food properly so that we can reabsorb it back into our bodies as energy. The endocrine function of the pancreas is where it produces important hormones such as insulin, which help the body to maintain a healthy blood sugar level within our bodies. When these go wrong, we can suffer from things like malabsorption or diabetes. This is the pancreas with the surrounding organs. This front big part here is the head of the pancreas, this middle part is called the body, and this part is called the tail. This is the spleen, this is the duodenum, which is the first part of our small bowel, and this is the gallbladder. This grey part here represents a pancreatic tumour and what that might look like around about the body and tail of the pancreas. Most pancreatic tumours are actually in the head of the pancreas. Around the pancreas, running along the back and up and down behind it, are some very important blood vessels and arteries, which I will show you now. These are veins and the red ones are arteries. And many times when somebody has a pancreatic tumour, these vessels may be affected by the tumour, and that is why it is quite difficult to operate on pancreatic cancers.
A risk factor is something that you might have that might increase your likeliness of developing a disease. We don't really know what causes pancreatic cancer, but we do know that there are some risk factors. These include your age, your smoking status, whether you are overweight or obese, if there's a strong family history of pancreatic cancer or hereditary pancreatitis or on diabetes. Having these risk factors does not mean that you're going to develop pancreatic cancer, but you may want to discuss with us on the support line if you are concerned. Our number is 0808 801 0707, and we'd be happy to chat through these with you. I think if you and your family have been affected by pancreatic cancer, it's normal to be worried about how that cancer might affect future generations. And it's true that some cancers do run in families. And what that means is that there's a faulty gene that's passed through the generations that's linked to a particular cancer. Thankfully, this is relatively rare in pancreatic cancer, with only around 10% having this family link. If there are 2 or more first-degree relatives that have been affected by pancreatic cancer, or you have a number of pancreatic cancers running down one line of the family, this might indicate that there's some family link. If this sounds like you, you can give us a call on the support line, and this might also be something to discuss with your GP.
The pancreas produces important enzymes which are needed when we are trying to digest our food. It's really important that we can digest our food properly because we need to be able to reabsorb it back into our bodies as energy. If there's a problem within the pancreas, for example, a pancreatic tumour, this can reduce the amount of pancreatic enzymes which the pancreas is able to make, or it can also block them from getting to where they need to be to start the process of digestion. When this happens, we can suffer from unpleasant symptoms. This is called malabsorption. Some of these symptoms include weight loss, changes to our bowel habit, for example, constipation, diarrhea, or a condition called steatorrhea, which is pale, oily poo which doesn't flush away very easily. We can also have pain in our tummy after eating, bloating in our tummies, and cramps in our tummy, indigestion, and we can feel full up after eating only a few mouthfuls of food. There is a solution to all of these issues, you'll be pleased to know. This is called pancreatic enzyme replacement therapy, and these are capsules which we can use each time we eat or drink something which is over 50% milk. Pancreatic enzyme capsules come in different brands, and your doctor can prescribe these for you. You can find out more information about these on our web pages under Diet and Pancreatic Cancer.